Hey everyone, this is just a video this is for people who are starting out in makeup. So basically like the kinds of things that you would need for like a starter kit, and also for people who might want to branch into the MAC brand, what things to go for, what are the good products to start off with. So I am aware a lot of people are already in the makeup, know about makeup and stuff, so this might not be relevant for you, but it would help just to know what kind of, just to show the stuff that I use and what kinds of products have been recommended and are really good anyway, even if you weren't using MAC or certain types of products. So do not go out and buy anything just because I've said so. If you're using something that you feel comfortable with and you feel fine with, just carry on using it. Don't just stop using it just because I said I'm using a different product. So if you have a certain type of powder, for instance, that you find comfortable and you actually love using, please go ahead and use it. Don't change it because I've said something different. So I just thought I'd just let you guys know about that. So first of all, I'm just going to talk about what should really be in your makeup bag if you are starting out in makeup, and what to collect basically. So bear in mind that I don't use many drugstore products when it comes to makeup. Well, the main products, I will be showing my MAC products, so this will help the people who want to use MAC products or starting out using MAC products. Yeah, like I said, if you're already using something, just carry on using it basically. So first you need a really good foundation, and also people are different when it comes to what they actually need for their face. Some people don't use foundation, some people don't use concealer, that kind of thing, but a foundation would be good just to give your face the clear, smooth, like it says, foundation. Before I started using MAC, actually I used to use the Maybelline's Dream Matte Mousse, which looks like this. So I started using this before I branched into MAC. At the time it was alright for me, but I just find that drugstore makeup doesn't really give me the full coverage that I want, so obviously I had to switch to MAC. If you wanting to get something that wasn't a MAC foundation, the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse is good, and also the Revlon Colorstay. But I don't have that, so I can't show you or tell you how it is, but I do hear a lot of good reviews about them. Right, so this is my foundation, and this is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation in an NW47. So the fixed fluids are good for people with dry skin, and people who want medium to high coverage. It works very well for me. If you were looking for a good foundation for MAC, I would go for the Studio Fix Fluid. For concealer, I use the Select Cover Up Concealer. So this is also a liquid form. You can also try the Studio Finish Concealer, which is more on the creamier side. So if you're not very comfortable using a liquid, you can use a cream, but if you're using the foundation that's liquid, I might as well use a liquid concealer as well. It just makes the application easier. And then I have a powder as well, also by MAC. I'm not sure which drugstore products are good powders. Like I said, I can't recommend something I haven't tried or haven't used. So, but for the MAC users, I use the Mineralize Skinfinish Natural, and I'm a deep dark shade, so I use this to set my foundation. It works very, very well. It's like a really nice finish. It's not too, too powdery. It just gives a really nice glow to your face. So that would be a good powder to try out. They also have MAC also have foundation powders, so it really depends. You'd have to go into the store, and test out a few of their products just to make sure and just to let yourself know which one works best for you. I said not everybody needs to use all these things. Some people just use a concealer and powder. Some people just use foundation and powder. So, but if you want it the whole, like, the full, you know, proper thing, I would say those three. So once your face is done, you want to have a blush. You want to apply a blush to your cheeks, because after you've applied your foundation, concealer and powder, it sort of makes your face look washed out. So the blush just brings a bit of a colour to your face. And for drugstore products, I would recommend sleek blushes because they're very, very pigmented. They're very pigmented and they're really affordable. So I have the two I would recommend if you say my skin tone are a bit lighter, is Sahara, which looks like this. That's Sahara. I'll swatch it for you. I'm not sure what this colour is actually. That's Sahara there, as you can see there. And then another blush called Flushed, which is more on the reddy side. It's a really nice colour as well. There you go. So these two colours like are really, really good for, you know, the darker skin tones and those who do like to use sleek products. There's also another blush called Coral. Like I said, it's a coral colour, so that's Coral. It's a nice colour, really, really nice. These blushes are very pigmented and are definitely worth the money if you don't want to, you know, spend, I think they're £16 for a blush from MAC. So compared to, I think they're $4.99. So if you're just starting out with makeup, I definitely recommend you get the sleek brushes, or you can get a blush by NYX as well. I have one. This is Desert Rose. This is also a nice colour for my skin tone. That's what it looks like swatched, if you can see that very well. It's a nice pink colour, yeah, rosy, dark rosy pink colour. And I'm not quite sure how much these are, but they're definitely a lot cheaper than MAC. But if you are looking for a MAC blush, I would recommend you get Raizin. Raizin is such a staple colour to have from MAC. It's so flattering on, you know, darker skin tones. And I know I am talking about a lot of darker skin tone women, but it's just yeah, these are the ones who have been requesting to tell them what blushes to get. So obviously if you're not of my skin tone, there are other blushes as well that I can recommend, like Peach Twist, Amber and Rose. Well, there's quite a few actually. So I'd also like you to try Format. It's like a shimmery gold colour. Not sure if you can see that very well there. I would use this for like a highlight to your face, but some people use this for blush as well. This is a very good colour to have if you were looking for blushes from MAC. I also have another one. This is called Fever. This is another MAC blush. It's such a nice colour. It's like a gosh, what would you describe this? It's very, very dark. It's dark plummy red colour. It's so nice as well, very flattering. I would apply this sparingly because it's very, very pigmented. That's a good thing. Another good thing about the MAC blushes, they do come in different finishes, so depending on what you want. This is a matte finish, and so is Raizin, but for matte I think it's a sheer tone shimmer blush, so it depends what you want and what you're going for. So it's just a matter of going to the store and just playing around with a few colours. That's a good thing about MAC as well. When you go into the store, you can get the makeup artist to, you know, do your whole face for you, or even play around by yourselves. But obviously for drugstore products, you can't do that unless you buy the products. when it comes to eyeshadows, for MAC, the eyeshadows I would recommend you get if you're looking for eyeshadows, for a gold colour I would recommend Woodwinked. I would recommend Woodwinked, which looks like that. It's really, really pretty gold. That's what it looks like. And I have that on today as well. Looks really, really nice. For browns, I would recommend Embark. Like you have to have Embark in your collection. Well, it looks like that, obviously. And that's Embark. And for a highlight, for under your eyebrows, I would recommend Ricepaper, which I don't have but want to get. But at the moment I'm using Arena. This is called Arena. It looks like that. That's Arena. It's such a nice colour. It's not a matte colour, it's more of a satin finish. So that's really good for highlight colours if you want to highlight colour. I want to try out some NYX eyeshadows, so I would let you know if they're, good to try out. But yeah, for those ones. For MAC mascaras, I wouldn't recommend. I would stay away from those, but this is my opinion anyway. Drugstore mascaras are definitely the ones to go for. Right now I use Sleek's Volume and Co mascara, but bearing in mind this is not my natural lashes, so yeah, I get mascaras for what kind of lash that I'm wearing. Maybelline and Rimmel mascaras are really good as well. Yeah, it's a shame I don't have any to show you, but yeah, those are really good. I've tried those before. So the Maybelline Colossal mascara is quite good. Rimmel's, all the Rimmel mascaras seem to work very well anyway, so I would recommend those ones. So we've covered your foundation, your concealer, your powder, your blush, your eyeshadow and your mascara. For your eyebrows, you don't have to spend too much in getting products for your eyebrows. I use the Rimmel eyebrow pencil, which looks like this. It has a little brush on the tip. It's just a regular pencil and it works very well for drawing your eyebrows. But for those who want to maybe be a bit more professional about it, I use an eyeshadow to fill in my eyebrows. So I will draw my eyebrows and then fill it in with eyeshadow. I use MAC's Embark for that. Don't get black, because it's really weird when people have black eyebrows. It's just like, I mean, obviously if your natural hair is black, you want to get it to match, but I would get like an off black colour. Excuse me, an off black colour, so yeah, it looks a bit more natural. So yes,